Welcome back to the channel. Thank y'all for hanging with me on this Friday. So just came off a really good tournament, caught a lot of fish punching, caught that 20-pound bag the first day. 4 of the 5 were punching, 1 on a frog, but I'm going to give you my best colors for punching. And this is going to work everywhere in the country. I keep this system pretty simple. I don't go too far out of it. You know, your black and blue, you always got to have that. That's probably the most basic. Caught more fish than any other color when it comes to flipping, and especially punching with those fish being in the shade underneath that heavy cover, and June bug. So those will be a given. I got those in my containers. They're ready to go, but those aren't going to be the colors I give you. But if you haven't, black and blue, June bug always. Probably the best place to start. Now I'm going to give you a couple more renditions of punching in super clear water, punching around a specific colored bait fish like the brim in most lakes, and a good way to imitate them all across the country. And then when you get in a little bit stained water, you're now dealing with shade. Fish aren't going to see real well, and you're in stained water. So let's start off in that super clear water, because a lot of lakes, especially this time of year, that have extremely clear water, I'm talking 10 feet of visibility at times, punching can be the only place you can get a bite outside of maybe top water, because of how clear that water is, how hard it is to fool those fish. So whenever I'm flipping in water that clear, I don't go straight green pumpkin, which you can, but I just feel like the way that green pumpkin mixed with that black or silver weight, I like to contrast my colors. So my most natural clear water is going to be some type of green pumpkin June bug swirl. So this is a Gambler Stinger. It's my favorite punching bait, and this is called Killer G. Gunnersville, in certain parts of the lake, we have super clear water, and it changes because it's a river, so constant change. But we will get areas on the backside of river bars, on the backside of the main river channel, with a ditch, can be as clear as 5 or 6 feet of visibility. So for that reason, green pumpkin, June bug, a great clear water color in the shade. So whenever I'm fishing shade, could be docks, could be matted vegetation, I like to keep my colors natural for that clear water, but I like to have some contrast in there. Could be an orange and a blue, or in this case, purple, because I know they're feeding on brim. So purple, always a good imitator of brim. Any part of the country. Could be down in Florida, could be up here in Alabama. Now, another really good color is green pumpkin, black and blue. So I know we've talked about black and blue, we talked about green pumpkin, but this color with the green pumpkin on one side, black and blue laminate, is just a great contrast to make that bait look more natural, but also to where they can see it, because they're not always going to be able to see it as well as they do when you're just fishing open water. So you got to always know that you're in shade. That's going to add a different layer to the visibility. So I like to have something dark in there most of the time. So green pumpkin, black and blue laminate, it's still keeping it natural. Now, once we start getting into a little bit more stained water, less visibility, June bug, that's where the June bug's going to come in. That's where the black and blue is going to come in. But if I have even more stained, depending on what type of water color it is, tannic water, these are going to work. So your California 420s, your green pumpkins, your watermelon reds, that's one that I always try in the tannic water. And then your black with blue tip. Now, this black with blue tip is going to work in tannic water. It's going to work in muddy water. So this one's going to be probably my first choice when there's just some dinge in the water. I'm fishing the shade. I want to have no mistake about it that the fish can get the best look at it. This sapphire bright blue is always going to give the fish the best possible look at it. So that's about it. We go through this progression of colors, and I pretty much have ruled out that area of the lake's not somewhere where I want to be. I'm not going to go any further into it. And once you start getting bit on one, you're going to see similarities in what they're biting. So when they start biting this green pumpkin and June bug and this green pumpkin and black and blue, you're typically not going to be seeing as many bites on something like the California 420. So once you start getting into like colors, that's what it's going to be. It's probably imitating the forage, and that's something that the fish are used to, and they're not having any trouble seeing that. So punching colors for me, that's going to be it all the time, anywhere in the country. Try those. Good luck to you punching this fall, and I'll see you on the water.